Oh, never mind.
Alright, here we are starting a little bit later in this game. Seems to be a France rush. We'll just hop in another channel. Now, this is July 1st, 2018. This is Canada Day, and we've got some great World War IIs going on. Sunday, about 3 hours into games, and here we are at the France rush. Penny, and then it's Argonaut and Napoleon on this Axis team. Good hold by Goliath, already at a 62 kill count, so he did his job for sure. There's UK being very advantageous with his air, trying to knock out as many tanks as possible. Good job on Exo, and the Allies team here, Exo is UK, Goliath as France, DST Waffen as Norway, see how he's doing. And we have Frost as Russia. Here he is hitting. Very close to that. Let's see what the hit points, 75, and he targets it, knocks it out. Very nice, very close of getting the physics bomber command here. There we can see France must have done his rush. There are the fire bats that are still left. Got a lot of value out of that. There's the sole remaining Italian command center. Now, if you really want to combo this play nicely, and it takes a fair bit of coordination to do it, but you attack here, and then you also can drop in the command center. And if you can knock out both, like in a tournament game, if you can pull off that play, it really reduces Italy's ability to do anything, because you can't make any SCVs until he rebuilds a command center. And sometimes, if you knock all the SCVs out on the side, like on the East Rush, then you can knock them right out of the game. Spain's going to move up towards France, going to guard the area here around Paris. Now, you do that because you want to protect against Norway dropping this area before the Paris trigger happens. Also, you also defend against just air flying down and messing with your flying buildings and your SCVs. But here we can see the early rush. Excellent scouting by Napoleon. They have a lot of information, and already some troops are going back, but not all. It's looking like it's going to be a fairly successful drop to get the starport out. Not going to be able to knock out the whole country, but Waffen already doing a good job putting early pressure here on Spain. And this delays Spain to only having this amount of drops until his starport's remade. Getting this other barracks would be a real additional bonus. And that's all the buildings he could have conceivably got. He's just going to try to micro his men. Getting excellent value. Kill count should show it, 54. Spain already at 124. Lots of kills by Spain over Napoleon. Meanwhile, we have Russia about to attack. Germany making ghosts. See if he did the upgrade yet. Nope, not yet. Very, very advantageous timing, and very poor for Frost, unfortunately. That's going to decimate all the heavy troops for Russia, as well as all the BCs. Job by Exo. Got everything he could. As well as Italy making the ghosts. Does not have his upgrade either. Frost just joking about taking off. Already an attack upgrade on the BCs for Germany. And he's already spent all his money. There's Waffen. Pretty well timed drop. He just has to get his men moving as quick as possible. Just wants to be able to knock out. What he's doing is he's microwing to get that one BC. Ended up working out for him. Should be able to get a couple of missile turrets. There he goes, targeting these structures, trying to get as much as he can. And that turret should go down. Only with a heal. Africa's taking place. Goliath putting nice early pressure. 30 seconds before the Mediterranean trigger. And all three countries have all their troops getting this choke point. France has the heavy advantage with all these dragoons and tanks, but just so many men. There's med that had happened, nothing escaped. France able to get away with a fair bit. There's the Italian trigger. And in all likelihood, it's going to clear out all these cities. We'll definitely go down south if he sees this army. And France really should be looking to see where these BCs are. He should know that he's in a little bit of trouble. And maybe one will get out. BC's clearing out Athens. Lots of action. Science vessel there to take care of the mines. Got them all. Just perfect timing by Penny. Now, if you can also use these men to make sure to get the tax, possibly pressure up to these two cities. But most importantly, making sure to get the Oslo tax. Just got to float a building. Here he goes. Physics core must have been taken. He's thinking about it, and he's been able to get it. It's gonna be a little while now. Gonna be a little game of cat and mouse. This barracks has to get to around here. Look at his gold. There he goes. He got it right there. 1,000. Alright, Germany should just probably get out of there. No reason to be around. We already got the objective. 5,800 gold to spend. And a little bit of aggressive play there by Frost, but did not get the better of that. Let's check the access. Rebunking on this city. Very nice. Got Ireland. So you got a fair bit of drops. A very large amount. Looks like 11 or 12. So there's 9, 10, and 11 in total. Germany scouting. Hitting these cities. Our buried men. Most likely Spain. So he sees this army. Axis position nicely to counter. It's like Goliath's going to be putting a lot of pressure right now. And without reinforcements, this should be enough. But meanwhile, UK is starting to attack. Here we go. BC's putting down the damage. A Spanish science vessel as well, clearing out the non-existent mines, but still, excellent job. That's 2 science vessels purchased by 2 different countries. Good teamwork here by Penny and Napoleon. Good understanding of the game. And right now, Napoleon should be starting to push up, clear out this area. And he's sending up right now. A little bit of, we call a little bit of leakage, but nothing too serious. Meanwhile, also Italy pushing. Argonaut. Got a formidable force. So does Russia. Here he goes, flanking from up top with the tanks. Looks like Italy might have this. BC is being a big help. Well, could have continued attacking on that one, I believe. There, the BC is starting to turn, getting most of Russia's air. Well, he's looking to escape now. Being matched by RAF. Very quickly knocking down those couple of pieces. Still, we can recap. France has finally been able to take Algiers, so he hasn't gotten the industry. I'm sure it's very shortly coming. There he goes, like on cue. Successful drop onto UK. Spain very heavily there, including many fire bats. Oslo was pressured again a second time, and then Italy went for a big attack. Wasn't able to get all the tanks, but still got a lot of value out of those BCs. There's the air, gonna combat France. This should be followed up by a small Spain drop, just to go ahead and retake the land in Algeria. Italy being pretty aggressive with this, dropping the fire bats. I do like to see this innovation. In combination with Germany attacking, that would have most certainly worked. Absolutely, that would have worked. Look at that, building fire bats and ghosts. Often not sure what to do with his drop. Looks like he's got 7. BCs are pushing up. Sorry for the pause. Just waiting to see in anticipation if these forces are going to meet. Just a little at a time, it seems. There's Frost calling for the combination drop and attack with the RAF. Germany is heading for the side. Oh, being able to get some of Norway. There's the drop coming. Combination with the RAF attack. Looks like this very possibly could work. And it seems like that would be it. Now, whether they call the game here or not is unsure. If I was the Axis, I would play on at this point. 2 BCs left. 3 attack upgrades. Russia is not that strong at 90. Man count. 3 attack upgrades on the tanks. More Spanish scouts. There's the Allies going back through Africa. You're going to have to decide if they're going to want to stack D-Day or if they're going to want to try to take it. It might be a little bit too late to drop USA. So D-Day is at 0. Here is the France trigger. Let it drop. Probably should have stopped when you see everyone here, but there they're asking. Yep, they're going to spawn D-Day, so here it's going to come. It's too late for France, for Spain. He should have moved over here. He is building a turret. He does have lots of ground. There he goes. Knocks out USA. Just merely a couple groups of scouts could be game-changing. Here they are. That's what he's able to muster. It will not be enough to take out. Well, it definitely will be enough to take away those Norway drops, but not to take out the Rat fleet with the newly minted PCs. Napoleon's loading up. I'll probably start loading any of these that are unloaded still. It's going to be hard for UK to push past this line if everything is loaded and SCVs are there. So he is able to get most of it. This attack is not going to be going anywhere. And see what Russia's doing. Looking to poke, sees the BCs are in France, but knows they're not there for long. More vision being taken. It's being a little nuisance. Spain starting to use some of his troops that are there. Russia's doing his poke thing. Still looks favorable, but won't be when these PCs get there. No heavy upgrades for Italy just yet. No ground upgrades either. Still 3 attack on the BCs of Germany and 3 attack on the UK. Also Germany had 1 armor on the BCs. Another attack by ARG. Not going to get too much in the way of army, but still able to push Russia off the line. Drop going down to Spain. Once again, super early detection by Napoleon. It's not going to do much. Very risky to go ahead and drop Spain when UK is already taken, but that's the reason why, combination with France, both of them together might be able to just do it, especially if France can go back and reload. Let's see how this drop works out. Spain looks like he's going to drop directly on top of the double drop, and that should be more than enough to be able to clean it up. Without this Spanish drop going down, that would have been interesting, but unfortunately, just too many units for the Axis. Norwegian drops were fortunate to get out. I think only 1 or 2 were killed. Spain knows that this is going to be a time for the offensive. The most standard play would be to drop in Africa and to try to reestablish control until at least this area, but he very well might not do this. He could, in combination, go Norway with combination with Germany, but gonna go ahead and take the more standard route. Just countered a drop from France. Gonna now go ahead and drop France's land, retake it, and push his army. Knocks out the entire force. Dropped a probe, and really needs to start taking these cities and pushing his army out. And he will have enough time to take most of those cities, but maybe not all of them. BCs being very active, now at 3-2 upgrades. Allies are verbally talking. Going for those BCs. No ground for the Axis. Carriers are a little slow to respond. This is a disaster, unfortunately, for the Axis. They were looking really good up until now. It's just some BCs lost, not everything. Still have Spain making a lot of cash. And it's going to be able to get most of these cities. But won't be able to get this one or the one in the very far west. Really, if Goliath as France can keep Spain in Africa, they're going to win this game. Spain has to be doing more than just fighting Africa. Too many resources. He was able to retake USA, establish control there. Axis retreating down south. I'm going to go ahead and split this army up. Seems to be a good call. A couple of German BCs. All that's left. There might be a Paris BC, but Spain's starting to send from the home country. And that is how the game is written. Napoleon taxing quite well.